So the Junior Elite final, Stephen Letts and Lewis Alton on the front of the grid. Daniel Babert and Alex Forward on row 2, ahead of Alex Mcroberts and Lewis Taylor. Keep an eye on some of the hard chargers, including Jake Campbell-Mills, the number 2. All eyes are now on the run down to Stoke Corner, so let's not wait any longer. There they are, Alton slotting in behind Stephen Letts. The number 3 trying to move his way forward. Daniel Babert into second place already, and a lot of jostling for the first corner, but everybody just about through neatly, although 53 was sideswiped a little there, Owain Rosser, but he manages to continue racing. So up at the front, GP plate, Stephen Letts. It looks like somebody didn't even make the grid. Couldn't quite see who that was, but in second place now, the number 3 of Daniel Babert, being chased down already by Lewis Alton. And this is already a very close encounter on the first lap. Lots of overtaking early on, Alan.
Yep, we've got the 83 Kart down the inside for a place. That looks like that's a successful manoeuvre. The GP plate, Stephen Letts, as Carl Hornby was on the 83, of course. 3 is Daniel Babert. The 34 Kart holds the lap record coming into this race. It's Lewis Alton. He's leading the TKM Club Championship Series. We interviewed him earlier, and he is desperate to take this one. As we see Joshua Grimston on the 80, just passing Ben Davis through turn 1.
If that's what the racing's going to be like in the first couple of laps, I don't think we've seen anything yet. A nice little move. That was Alex Forward making his way up into 4th place past the 52 of Lewis Taylor with right on their tail. Here comes the 63. A brilliant little driver, Alex Mcroberts. He's really starting to make a name for himself in the world of karting at this level, and I won't be too surprised to see him making a challenge even for the outright victory of this race. He's certainly got the potential to go all the way to the victory, but they've got to close in on Stephen Letts and Daniel Babert. Here comes Babert up the inside of Letts. A little bit of sliding as they go through, and Mcroberts makes his way through to 5th position. Nice little move there as he gets past the 52 of Lewis Taylor, and already some great overtaking moves up the inside now. This is for the lead. 34 managing to make the move there, so Lewis Alton goes back into the lead here at Kimbolton. It's number 3 Babert second, it's Letts third, and I don't think we're done yet.
Not in a long way. Babert took the lead from Stephen Letts. He's taking the lead now back from Alton, and Letts goes with him. And Letts up the inside of Babert. We've got another change. That's 4 lead changes on the same lap, and we've got Alex Forward making up a place as well. Mcroberts is in the mix. This is all kicking off here, and here comes another change for the lead. Babert up the inside of Letts, and going with him is Lewis Alton. Does Alton hold on? He does. Fantastic racing.
Formula One could take a page out of this. This is brilliant. Out in front then, Babert leads, and up to 3rd place comes Forward. Nice move there on Letts as he gets 3rd position. So Babert leading, 2nd is Alton, 3rd is Forward, 4th is Letts. This is magnificent. Wheel-to-wheel stuff. 5th place is the 32 of Alex Mcroberts. 52, sorry, in 5th place now. That is Lewis Taylor. 6th is Mcroberts once again. He was fighting for 3rd position a moment ago. We've got a 6-Kart train. Babert, Alton, then we've got Forward, Letts, then Taylor, and then at the back of this train, Mcroberts. These are the 6 men that will duke out for this final. This is magnificent. Letts makes the move up the inside of Forward for 3rd place, bounces over the curbs. Thanks, mate. I'm in a 3rd position. Let's see what you can do from here. Brilliant job as Letts now tries to close in on Alton. Alton has got the run on Babert. Babert, there's absolutely nothing between them as they make their run to the chicane through the bus stop, down towards Weldon Corner, and Babert with Alton right on his heels. This is magnificent. If any one of these drivers slips up now, it's absolute pandemonium from here. They're so close together, there is nothing to choose between them, and if these 6 all come together, there's another dozen or so waiting behind them to make the move. Now up the inside, 52 makes the move for 3rd. There's contact as Forward collides a little with Letts. Letts now drops to the back of the queue. He was leading at one point. So the 52 of Taylor up to 3rd place. Babert now leading Alton and Taylor. Now there's a jostling further back as well. The 15 makes his move on the 83. That's Matthew Round-Garrido making his move on the 83 of Carl Hornby back to the front, and we're still changing positions. This is magic.
Absolutely fantastic race so far, and it's not over yet. We've got Jake Campbell-Mills in 6th place. He's the man who's off the back of this group of 6. He's got plenty of space to make up, but with these 6 battling like they are, Jake Campbell-Mills will just be hoping that they keep battling, because that will allow him to get closer. Now you can see Stephen Letts there has just lost the back of Alex Forward, so a little bit of a spread here between the top 6 now. It's Babert and Alton with Taylor in 3rd place. Letts on the GP plate, he's not going to be happy with that. As you see Carl Hornby up the inside of Round-Garrido for another spot. I'm not sure how many overtakes this is so far, but it must be the most we've ever filmed in one race.
Absolutely spectacular, and you can see that Alton is not actually attempting to make the move on Babert yet. He's just running straight behind him in the wheel tracks. He's going to wait for the last possible minute. He doesn't want to get into a position where he's leading with too long to go in the race. You've got to time it right, and if he just follows Babert, shadows his every move and gets him into a good position with 52 Taylor on his tail, that might not actually work out in his favour, but if he just follows him, he can force him into a mistake. He'll be the one who spits out sideways, and that will be advantage Alton. But as you can see, there's several moves through the field. That's the number 10 of Shea Pearce making his move as well, battling it out with the 16 of Ethan Andrews. And again, Babert desperately trying to hang on from Lewis Alton in the 34 and the 52. I'm losing my voice here. This is amazing. Lewis Taylor in third position in the 52. Now right on the tail. Letts has managed to get back past Mcroberts for fifth position. Jake Campbell-Mills waiting in the wings in seventh place. Forward trying to hang on. There's another lead change. Alton now makes the move. Thanks, Daniel. I'll get away with it. And off into the lead he goes. But Daniel is not going to back off. Now we've got the 52 trying to make the move. Babert back on the inside. Thanks very much. It's Ringa Rosie. Musical chairs in the world of racing. Up the inside, 52 now makes his bid. Lewis Taylor for second place. He can't quite get through, so Lewis Alton hangs on to that position, and second place right now is vital for Lewis Alton to hang on to. Letts has got past Forward again, so he's up to fourth position. Forward is down to fifth. Mcroberts has fallen away a little from this group. Goodness me, it's so difficult to keep track at the moment. Up in the lead, Babert just in front of Alton. Third is Taylor in the 52, desperately trying to keep wide. Letts runs wide. He manages to save it. That has to be the save of the season in a race like this.
Letts was the driver that was over the top of another driver last year on that same corner, made the same mistake, ran wide. You can see him put his right hand down there, choking the engine. He's under pressure from Alex Forward. Got more changes as we come down through turn one. Hornby just manages to hold on later in the race. It's still Daniel Babert that leads it, but Letts is through to second now, and Alton's there in third, Forward in fourth, and Taylor in fifth place, is it? No, it's Alex Mcroberts, in fact, who's come through to fifth, and Taylor now in sixth, but these six still clear of the rest.
I can't think of another discipline of motor racing where the lead would change this much in such a short space of time. This is fantastic scrapping up the inside. Alton trying to take on Stephen Letts now as they run down the hind straight, down a slow corner. Once again, Babert leading, Letts in second, Alton in third, Forward in fourth, and then we've got Taylor and Mcroberts squabbling over fifth position. Mcroberts now finding an opportunity on the inside perhaps. Alton still just about hanging on in there from Alex Forward in third place. Letts is still there in second. Babert is the man with the upper hand at the moment. He's the only one with a clear bit of track. Letts a tiny little nudge there on the back of Daniel Babert. Ever so close that was to a full punt, but he managed to back out of the throttle just in the nick of time. Alton in third place, Forward in fourth position. This is magnificent. Taylor in fifth position. Sixth is Alex Mcroberts. The only car race I can think of with this much action in it was Donington Park in the British Touring Cars about 13 years ago. This was magnificent. That was a great race, and this was even better. Look at this. Magnificent stuff. Babert is out in front. And now we've got Alton trying to make his move round the outside of Stephen Letts. He goes right round the outside of Babert. How on earth did he do that? Lewis Alton in the 34 takes the lead round the outside at Stowe Corner. I have never seen anyone do that before. Absolutely brilliant. We've got a little bit of loading in the mid-pack. Somebody flying off there. That's the 15 of Round Garrido. He manages to rejoin, but I don't believe I just witnessed that move from Lewis Alton. What a move.
That is one of the best moves I've seen for a lead in a long time, as Babert takes the lead back off Alton, so he's lost it. But a brilliant move by Lewis Alton through turn one all the way around the outside, did two of them. Absolutely incredible.
And now Scott Morris in the 76 has worked his way into the battle. Look at this. This is no longer a six-car battle. There's about a dozen karts in it. Anybody could take this one. Forward now makes his move to third to second. He can't quite get there. There's a little bit of jostling, but Alton is there in second place, hanging on by a thread for dear life. Forward side by side, and suddenly into fourth position comes the 76. Jake Campbell-Mills is in that lot. 83. I can't keep up with this. This is absolutely amazing. I think you need to be 20/20 vision, and you need to be on about 17 cans of Red Bull just to keep up with it. Number 3 still out in front though, Babert leading. Second is Alton, third is Letts, fourth is now Morris in the 76. Not for long though, there goes Forward in the number 6, back up again. Fantastic stuff. Hornby is now in the mix too. This is brilliant stuff. Can Daniel Babert hang on to it? Now we've got Stephen Letts in the GP plate, up the inside of Alton. He gets on the inside and takes second position, or does he? Alton's back on the inside. Thank you very much and good night. Second place is mine. Morris now in the 76 has got himself very much into the mix, and the 52 of Taylor and Mcroberts have both slipped past Hornby, and number 6 Alex Forward seems to have fallen from the equation for the time being, but he's down there in about 8th position, I think, as the entire field. There's about a dozen and a half cars in this scrap. Now we've got Mcroberts up the inside of Taylor. I can't quite keep up with it. Let's on the inside now of the 34 of Lewis Houghton. This is a motor race made in heaven.
It's unbelievable. I've never seen a race like this in 10 years of commentating on karting. It is the best race I've ever seen. Jake Campbell-Mills now at the inside of Alex Forward fighting back. But all this battling is allowing Daniel Babert to take the win here as Mcroberts makes a place back. Oh, I can't keep up with it, Jake.
Well, Taylor just got the move on Morris. I was about to say, all good things come to an end. So by rights, this race should have finished about 5 laps ago. This is absolutely magnificent. Babert has got the legs now. Letts is there in second. Alton is third. There goes Mcroberts through to 4th place. I told you to keep an eye on him. He leaves it till late, and he's in a prime position now to steal a podium. This is brilliant stuff. If you can just follow in Lewis Houghton's wheel tracks. But Babert, look at the space he's got now. Letts is there in third. Alton is 4th. Then we have Taylor back up to 4th place. Mcroberts goes through. Then Hornby goes through in the 83. Now the 38 has come into the equation as well. That's Samuel Turn. So a lot of drivers who may have thought they were going to have to settle for 13th or 14th place here, very much in with a shout.
It's actually Letts in second, not third. Alton third, not fourth. As Jake Campbell-Mills spins out at the bus stop. Oh, he gets out of the car. It's right in the middle of the track, and great driving by the other drivers to miss that. And Jake Campbell-Mills, unfortunately, he would have come into this hoping to take this, and he was certainly in the mix, but spins out in the bus stop, and that's Jake's race done.
Well, with that many drivers scrapping for position, that close together, it was almost inevitable that somebody was going to get spat out as Mcroberts makes the move on Taylor again. The marshal's trying to help Jake recover the car. They've got it off the racing line at least, so that is one thing. Oh, and that's 52! That is Taylor. Taylor has gone from the mix, and so too is that the 23 that's gone with him. Is that Elio De Sandria, or is that even the 63 that was battling with him earlier? Alex Mcroberts. No, Mcroberts is there. Is that Kyle Hornby that went with him? But then I think that might have been the 83 of Kyle Hornby. They're on the last lap, out to the final turn, and down the main straight for the last time. Daniel Babert is the king of kings. He could say forever and ever and ever that I was the winner of the best kart race that has been seen for decades. What a finish. Babert wins it. Letts is second from Alton, Mcroberts, round Garrido in 5th place. Morris, Forward, Turn, Pierce and White. Every single one of those drivers should get a medal just for racing in it.
Absolutely incredible race. Anyone could have won it. Anyone could have been about 7th, I think. How was it from your point of view?
It was very close, and Dan got the break and just led it for the rest of the race.
Quite a hard battle. Got a few taps and got back up there, got the lap record, which is quite good for me. And good last TKM Festival in Junior.
5 minutes before the end I started defending, and then something happened behind and I got a gap and just stopped defending, and then just took the win from there and had a nice last few laps, just enjoying it.
Yeah. You're leading the club championship. Well done for that. And you're racing here with some of the top drivers in the country. And so we have a special award we award at this event each year called the Bernie Turney Memorial Award. And for this year, Lewis Houghton, you're the winner of the Bernie Turney Memorial Award for a very, very special effort this weekend. Very, very special driving.
Hollywood couldn't script that race better. What a fantastic race. The best karting race in history. Next up, the Extreme Elite, and they've got a lot to live up to.